Everyone in our industry and in related industry as well is talking about mobility and electromobility and different ideas how to implement that. That could be everything from media to politicians and also to the industry itself. The trick here, what I would like to convey to you today, is how we actually commercialize this and how we use that for the benefit of the citizens and for the benefit of the population that can actually take advantage of that. I will also talk about some implementations that we have done to give proof that that is actually possible. First, to some facts. In the industry, in the transport industry, we are jointly standing for some 25% of all the emissions that is consumed by fossil fuel. So we, by that, have a big responsibility to be part of this exercise. It's also the fact that every day there is more and more buses, cars, trucks connected to big servers and connected to machines that can actually help us to be more efficient. And we are also standing right on the footstep of a paradigm shift that actually will change the world a bit. From Volvo, we see three things really that is could be rapid and or disruptive in this industry, and that is what we have here in displayed on my back here. That is electrification, it is connectivity, and it is autonomous. If we go for the electrification, there is so much to gain in this area. You have a much more efficient use of fuel. You have reduction of CO2. You can get noiseless vehicles, and you have a far better air quality by then. And we can also route the bus routes in the cities in a way that is actually hampering the population the least. The second thing is connectivity, and here you can use zone management. You can actually connect different mode of transport to each other, so you get a much better information where to go and how to go. And the last thing is autonomous. It will take some years still before you see autonomous vehicles completely driverless in the city traffic. But what we can do, or what we have proven that it works, it actually to use autonomous in a cost-efficient way in the depots. Because if you should only use and see how much money a transport company or a bus company is spending on accidents happening, I think 1/3 is happening in the depot when you're wrenching your buses. The other thing that is today possible to use is to use the docking into the pedestrian street where you have the bus stops. But it still will take some time before this is actually happening. What we can also say is that we can what also possible today, I would say, is that every city, big and small, in Europe or in the world, can actually go the smart way. That means in reality that everything I've talked about so far today is actually possible. You can go for the zero emission zone, you can go for the indoor bus stops, you can go for the silent zones, you can go for the speed limit zones, and you can go for the efficient fuel exchange. And this is actually things that is in place in certain cities today. And I would take this advantage also to tell you about the benefit, real benefit of the city bus. It's that it's noiseless and it's actually emission free. So you can have the indoor stops, you can also go very close to the population. You can go closer to the city center. My favorite subject is how you do it in reality. And this is a picture of my previous city. Now I'm living in Wrocław, but this is my previous city in Gothenburg. And here we had really proof together with the stakeholders that it's possible. Because Gothenburg previously was a city well known for its trams. And you can see here from the Avenue Boulevard, there is a few trams, but now they have got severe competition from the electric buses. And the electric buses have the same kind of benefits as a tram. It's fossil-free, but it's also noiseless, and it comes to 1/4 of the cost of a tram line. The benefit of doing this in Gothenburg was that we actually did it between two high schools, two universities, from the north side and the south side. It was the most prestigious line in this city, and it turned out to be a true success. The journey from initiating this project to actually full swing scale included a lot of stakeholders. You need to have an operator that is willing to take this on. You need to have good relation with your public authorities. You need to have a good relation with the city mayor in the city, and you need a supplier. There was another 10 stakeholders, not mentioning here, that would actually also very important part of this journey. But it's not only Gothenburg who have taken this step. It's also a Polish city called Inowrocław. It's a city that is very famous for its health and spas and resort structure. And the city itself, some 4 years ago, took a very crucial decision to step by step getting emission-free. It started by buying 8 hybrid vehicles, 2015. It followed up with 8 electric hybrids, and it's now recently installed 8 full electric buses. That makes this city almost 50% electrified today. And this city itself, they choose the upcharge solution. And I can also say that the buses here in this city, they are working on 4 lines. The lines are up to 250 kilometers a day, and the buses are working up to 18 hours a day. And this is a city that is really in the forefront in Poland. And I can tell you that this city today are quite unique, but that can be followed by all other cities, basically, in Poland, because what I've said here today regarding all the assets and all the possibilities is just up to the city to imagine what they should use. This city is also using the zero emission zones and the speed limit zones for the convenience of the public citizens. It's the similarities here between Inowrocław and Gothenburg is also that they choose to electrify the most prestigious lines in the city going through the city center. Let me also take the opportunity here, while I still have a minute on my time, to promote Volvo a bit in Poland. Because all the buses you have seen on the pictures here today, they are actually produced here in Poland, in the city of Wrocław. We have been there for 25 years. We have this year celebrated our 25th anniversary. We have 4,300 employees in Poland. That makes us in Poland the 8th biggest country regarding employees and operations. And we have only one bus factory in Europe today, and that is in Wrocław. So whenever you would like to come and see us, I hereby is you a very warm welcome, and just get in contact with us, and I will be happy to show you our very, very nice bus facilities in this nice city. Thank you very much for listening. Thank you very much for coming here, and let's work together to bring this world to a better place to live, and let's see what Inowrocław have done, and let's copy that in more Polish cities. Thank you very much for listening.